Hello guys. You are on the channel Alice Reddit Stories. Enjoy watching. I found out that I'm the other woman. Should I tell the wife? A few days ago, I found out that a guy I used to date last winter had given me a fake last name, got married in early spring, and had been engaged living with his fiancée the entire time we were dating. And as we continued to hook up every now and then in the months following us no longer dating. He was able to hide his wife from me in a variety of ways that all added up to be a perfect scenario for him to continue to lead me on and without me seeing a reason to ask many questions. For example, he was a coach and had weird work hours, like very early mornings and evenings after normal work hours. So many of our dates were lunch dates. He was also going through a messy custody hearing for his son that was scheduled for March 2022, so when he started to be busy a lot, I understood and didn't ask questions. He had told me he didn't have social media to avoid giving his ex any fuel at all for the hearing, so when I couldn't find him online, well, he had already told me why. At the time, there was no solid reason for me to distrust him even if things sometimes felt a little off in my gut. At one point, I did question his interest in me when he didn't reply for a few days, and he told me, "Sorry, busy weekend with my son." He would reassure me and apologize, so he had many chances to set me free even without coming clean. He could have just said, "Yeah, I'm not feeling it anymore, I wish you the best." And I feel so stupid for thinking what a great father he was for being so focused on his son when he had his weekends with him. He eventually was honest with me as the custody hearing got closer and told me that he needed to be focused on that, and that he couldn't give me what I deserved in a relationship right now. When we stopped seeing each other regularly, we stayed in contact and occasionally slept together since we were both single, or so I thought. I even looked back through my calendar and we saw each other 2 days after his wedding weekend. I found out that he was married when I mentioned him at a business and someone who worked there said they think he was their coach. I'm purposefully keeping that vague because when I confronted him, he tried to get me to tell him who it was that he coached who told me I wasn't going to play that game. So, we looked up his coaching profile to see if we were talking about the same person, and there he was, smiling with a different last name than what he had told me 10 months ago, with the description saying he likes to spend time with his wife, his son, same name he told me, and dog, same name he told me. More Googling at home brought up a wedding registry for a wedding in April 2022. Both of their Facebook profiles where they are in each other's pictures, and the house he lives in with the wife's name as the owner. I feel so disgusted, deceived, targeted, hurt, mad, sad, shocked. So, ladies and supporters of ladies, do I tell the wife? Part of me wants to so that she isn't also being deceived by this guy, and so he doesn't get away with it. But I also want to just be done with it, move on and never think about him again. I'm afraid to open a door that I can't close by involving myself more into his twisted life. I'm slightly concerned about his reaction if I tell him, like my own safety or that of my property since he knows where I live, or if there's any other way a cruel and cunning person would get revenge that I'm not thinking of. Any advice or similar experiences? Thank you, love, edit. I really appreciate everyone's advice and sharing your past experiences. It's all been very helpful and was exactly what I was looking for. I'm going to tell the wife as anonymously as I can, as soon as I can, once I figure out how to do it in a way that makes me feel safe in case things explode. Update: after protecting myself and my identity in what ways I could, I told the wife. I found her number and texted her a brief, factual message that her husband cheated on her, the date we matched on Bumble, how I had no idea he was engaged or married, the fake last name, and how he never mentioned her, but did mention other people in his life. I gave her a few screenshots to demonstrate that it went on over a series of months. She replied the next day thanking me. She said she was on her way to her parents' house and was planning on filing for divorce as soon as possible. She had been suspicious after testing positive for HPV about a month ago. As I, and you guys, suspected from the house being only in her name, apparently he is completely financially dependent on her, and everything he told me about having investments and small businesses is a lie. I also found out that in addition to a fake last name, he gave me a fake phone number too. She cautioned that he may try to retaliate once she gives him the news, and she will message me before she gives him the papers so that I can go to a friend's house for a few days if I feel the need. It's been a stressful and emotional past few days. I'm upset that men like this exist. Proud of myself for telling her. Thankful to my friends and to all of you who encouraged me to tell her. Proud of her for leaving him. A little bit scared of what he will do. TLDR, I told the wife that her husband cheated on her. She was grateful and is going to file for divorce. Edit. I talked to OP and she said it was okay to tell you that she's safe, has gotten tested, and has blocked him after he tried to reach out. She is focused on moving on with life now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. There are many interesting stories ahead of you.